Welcome back to Growth Catalyst Hub. In our channel, we focus on three things: the skills that you need, the productivity that you need to focus on, and using both of these, how to turbocharge your career. We're going to talk about 7 focus killers, and we're going to talk about how to get rid of those 7 focus killers so that your focus remains true. In today's age, to my mind, the one thing which will determine success versus failure is your ability to focus. If you are able to focus without any interruptions, focus in a good quality manner, that will determine your success, whether it is your work, whether it is your personal life, whether it is your side hustle that you want, your career, your relationship, all of that will depend upon this one word, your ability to focus. If there are interruptions, if there are low quality focus areas that you have in your life, if you have problems in focus, that will result in you not succeeding to the extent that you have to, you could, and you can. The ability to succeed is directly proportional to your ability to focus. And hence, it is important to recognize these focus killers and get rid of them. What are these focus killers? How to get rid of them? Let's jump in, see them. The number one focus killer is not having a plan. When you don't have a plan, you have nothing to do. And therefore, whatever happens around you, you will be brought into it, you will be pulled into it, and your time will be going on to that. And you will not even realize by the time the day ends. And then you will lament, oh, what have I done? I wanted to actually do a couple of things today. I wanted to read this. I wanted to prepare this. I wanted to get this presentation going. Oh, how did I miss the time? All of this happens because you don't have a plan to start with. So start with your plan. Start with the big plan where you want to end up, let's say 3 years, 5 years down the line, and think about how your every waking hour you can move your needle towards that big picture. The idea is look at what are the things that you want to do, prepare a to-do list. The idea also is to look at how by doing all of this, you will continuously move towards that big picture. It is very easy to put a to-do list. Okay, I want to watch Netflix this program. I want to check out and learn this skill. But you know what? My friend was talking about this song which has come. I want to check out this song. Okay, what has happened to this? I want to see how is she doing. I need to call her and talk to her. So a to-do list can be made of many things, and you can easily make the to-do list. But the bigger point is whether all of these to-do list items are moving you to the place that you want to be in, let's say 3 years or 5 years down the line. That's the most important thing that you have to get out of the to-do list. Both are important. So start with the big picture where you want to be and look at preparing a to-do list every single day and look at how much you are able to accomplish during that day. But also look at whether the items which go into that to-do list are able to push you towards this bigger goal. But have a to-do list every single day, have a plan every single day so that your time is productively used. The second big problem is often ignoring and getting into doing things after ignoring how you feel. You can't ignore how you feel. You may feel bored, you may feel distracted, you may feel worried, you may feel afraid of doing the task. If a task is making you worried, if your task is making you afraid, you are going to procrastinate it. If you are bored by a task, you are going to seek fun and enjoyment. And in between the task, you will stop doing the task. You will get into social media scrolling. You will get into Netflix watching. You will get into Facebook scrolling. You will get into Instagram scrolling. If a task is making you bored, so you can't afford to ignore how you feel while doing the task. If a task is making you feel fun, you will enjoy doing the task. If reading something is making you enjoy that reading, making you curious to learn more, you'll continue to do that. That's a nature. That's how all of us are built. But recognizing how you feel while doing the task is very, very important because why you recognize that, if you are recognizing yourself being bored, oh, this is very boring, then what you need to do is to think about and figure out a way of making the task a little more fun to do. And you can. It's all about how we make the task how fun to do. You can say that, okay, 2 minutes after doing this task, I'm going to think about how this task will be 10 minutes down the line once I finish, what I'm going to do, and so on. So you can motivate yourself by thinking these consequences of the payoff of what will happen after you do the task. That will give you some fun. There are different ways of making any boring task fun one, but the first step is to recognize that you feel it is boring task. The first step is to recognize that it is making you afraid of even starting, and that is why you are procrastinating. So when you recognize the feeling that you have about doing the task, you can provide for it, you can change the way you are doing that and conquer that task. Figure out how you feel. Third one, multitasking. This is my favorite. I used to think that multitasking is a great one. I can do this and do this at the same time, but it actually kills your focus and kills big time. The time that you need to get back into your rhythm is so high that it is not worth doing two different tasks at the same time unless they are complementary tasks. There are tasks like that. I'm not getting into that subject now. There are ways of ensuring that you can do two things at the same time without compromising each other, but there are very, very few of them. So the best rule for yourself is not to do multitasking at all. Take one thing, focus, finish it, move on to the second thing, take, look at it, focus, finish on, move on. The fourth thing that you need to think about is to take the breaks the right manner. Many times we have this mental fatigue when you are focusing on something and getting things done. There is a limit of time up to which you can focus. After that, you are feeling fatigued, you are feeling tired, and that tiredness is very natural. So it is important for you to recognize, it is important for you to take the break the right manner. Typically, Pomodoro is a great technique. If you're doing repetitive tasks, routine tasks, we still require your fake focus, but we still require you to take some break. So 25 minutes of continuous work, focused work, 5 minutes of break, 4 times repeat, and then take a big break is the Pomodoro technique that we have been talking about. There are other ways of looking at it. You can set yourself saying that this task requires 45 minutes of my attention. We need to get it done because something has to go out, some higher up is waiting for this presentation to get, but it is going to take 45, 50 minutes, and therefore Pomodoro is not going to work here. I need to continuously work on this for 45 to 50 minutes, finish it. But after I finish, I'm going to take a 10-minute walk break. I'm going to walk around so that I can stretch, I can relieve myself in terms of thinking about the presentation. After I have delivered it, I want to focus on to other tasks which are waiting in the wing, but I want to take that break after finishing this. When you are setting your to-do list like that you have to focus, after focusing, after delivering what that focus brings in, taking that 5 minute, 10 minute break by doing exactly opposite of what you have been doing. If you have been sitting and focusing on something, then standing, walking, stretching yourself can be a good opposite of what you have been doing to get that physical movement going. And hence, some of that break has to be planned. It can't be left to, okay, I've done this, I've done sent the presentation, what should I do now? Then probably because of the work pressure, you will get on to the other task. And the problem with that is that by the time you take on the other task, you will be feeling tired and fatigued. And that is exactly what you want to prevent to start with. So plan your breaks, think about what kind of work that you are doing and therefore how long it will take to be Pomodoro technique, which will help you. It will be simple planning, which will help you. Or if you are in a flow state, that you are forgetting the time, you are able to focus continuously, you are enjoying what you are doing, continue to do that. You don't need break. That itself is more than a break that you are having. But you need to decide what state you are in, what mental fatigue or non-fatigue state that you are going through. Decide what kind of a break you need, but you need to decide, you need to plan that to start with. Point number 5 is ignoring your physical health. If you have poor health, you can't focus. You will be feeling tired, you will be feeling irritable, you will be feeling the need to rest. For example, if you have not slept well, then it is going to be very, very difficult for you to focus for the rest of the time unless you catch up with that sleep. That's the body rhythm that is going to catch up with. So it is important for you to exercise. It is important for you to have that good quality sleep. It is important for you to have taken that rest. And important for you to have had the right amount of food. You can't skip your breakfast, you can't skip your lunch and continuously work on forever. You can't do that. There are bodily constraints that you need to respect, and it is important to respect how your body feels, whether the body feels rest, whether the body feels needs the sleep, whether the body needs the food. Whatever that body needs, you need to supply that. Otherwise, you are not going to be able to focus the right manner, good quality. Next one is setting clear boundaries or the lack of or the not setting clear boundaries. When you are focusing on something, when you are writing preparing a presentation, writing your thoughts down, suddenly there is a beep, there is a message on your WhatsApp, then you are watching, who was called, okay, why is this person checking with me? Why is the person wanting to talk to me? What is this message all about? If your focus gets diverted like that, the research says that it takes on an average 23 to 24 minutes for you to come back into that flow state that you were in when you were preparing, you were doing the earlier task. That's a huge waste of time. You don't even realize that because you think that okay, you have checked a social media message, you have checked something, and you are coming back to the task. You are not coming back to the task, and that is the point. By the time you are into the same task with the same quality that you were in before you were checking that message, it takes at least half an hour as passed. And that is such a waste of time. And that waste of time happens without any of us even recognizing that to be a waste of time. And that's a sad part of it. So put boundaries, put no message times, block all messages, put your phone away, put your phone in silence, and block all the distractions which can happen. If you're in an office where people can knock and come into your cabin, if you're in an office that you can be summoned, then block attention. Say that you are focusing on something which has to be delivered, and therefore put a board outside your cabin saying that not to be disturbed. Or if somebody knocks, say that 5 minutes, I'll come. I'm working on something. Please allow me to finish this. Don't get into something unless it is like life-threatening thing, and therefore you need to get into it. Otherwise, focus, continue on what you are doing. Don't lose that flow state. Don't lose that focus because it is going to take enormous amount of time, energy, and effort for you to come back into that state that you were in to finish the task that you were anyway doing. Remember that and therefore create boundaries for yourself, safeguard yourself so that that focus can be safeguarded. Last one is a very interesting one, not having accountability partners. When you have things to do, it is better that somebody checks with you. A lot of times in the office, it is easy. Your boss checks with you anyway. But a lot of times, the boss may check with you by the time it is almost near the deadline. So you don't have time to recover and go and deliver that. So it is better, even in an office situation, that you have colleagues who can check with you. Hey, Mishi, you wanted to deliver the presentation this evening that is due. Everything ready, everything set, you are ready to set, ready to deliver. If somebody can check with you, let's say in the morning itself, then that becomes an incentive for you to stay on the course. What is true for office situation is true even more in personal situation where there are very few people who hold you accountable. So if your spouse, if your friend, if your family can hold you accountable, check with you. Hey guys, you want to do this? Are you on course? You want to save this kind of money for your vacation 3 years down the line? Or are you on course to saving that? You wanted to do this as a habit, as a second income stream, as a second hustle that you always wanted to do. Are you preparing for that? Are you on course to do that? Are you on course to deliver that? If somebody can check with you on a continuous basis, consistent basis, that becomes a huge incentive for you to stay focused on what you want to stay focused. Focus is not just focusing on the half an hour task. Focus is also on a continuous basis, what you want to do day after day, week after week, month after month, towards that big goal that you have for yourself. That is also a big term, larger scale focus. And that is even more important than that half an hour focus that typically we talk about. It's not as if the half an hour focus is less important, but unless you stay focused consistently for what you want to do, the half an hour focus on a particular task is also not going to matter. The point that we are making is having accountability partners who will hold you accountable for that half an hour focus task and also for the 3 year focus, consistent staying on the task kind of a focus also. So have accountability partners who will check with you, who will push you, will prod you to stay on the course, stay focused on whatever you have started doing, stay focused on what you wanted to deliver. both in your office as well as in your personal life. That will help you to ensure that you stay focused, you stay delivering, you stay consistently to what you want to do and what you have taken as goals. I've also given a lot of downloadable materials. You can check it out in the download link, which is available over there. And the download material, each of these 7 things are elaborated in a beautiful manner, given exercises so that you can practice. These exercises, these practices, these materials will also exemplify, elaborate on what this YouTube video is talking about. So please do use the material, please do download, please do check and refer and use all of them so that you become the focus ninja that you have always wanted to be. Wishing you all the very best. We will see our next video.